When we plot points as xy, which is what we're used to, these points are called rectangular coordinates. They're in the xy plane, which is like a rectangle. We're now going to learn about polar coordinates. This is when we plot a point in the polar plane. And a polar coordinate consists of a radius and an angle. And radius is just the distance. And so we're going to think about plotting a point on a circle of radius r that is an angle theta. So I have, here I have this is what we call the pole. This line here is the polar axis. I have a theta. And then I have some distance r. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to plot polar points. So I have here 3 points I want to plot. This is my polar coordinate system. So if I want to do pi over 6, if I notice there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So each line is pi over 12. So this line is pi over 6, and I want to go out 1, 2, 3. So this point is 3 pi over 6. Now I want to go to 4 pi over 3. Well, 4 pi over 3 I know is in this quadrant. It's here. And I want to go out 2. I'm going 2 in the 4 pi over 3 direction. Now I'm looking at pi over 4, which is right here, but I want to go negative 1.5. So I'm going to go 1.5, and that is negative 1.5, negative 1.5 pi over 4. So if you have a negative r, you're going to go find the angle and go in the opposite direction. So we can always rewrite it. We could rewrite this as 1.5, and this is pi away, so that's the same as 5 pi over 4. So that those 2 points are exactly the same. So I want to summarize about plotting them. So I have a point with polar coordinates r theta. And we write it like this, r theta, just like that. That's a point. Theta is in radians. And so we can write them as r theta plus 2 pi k, or, so because I can keep it coming around, or if I can call it negative r, and it's theta plus pi plus 2 pi k. And think about what we did here. I added pi and made it positive, so I changed the sign. And k is any integer. The polar coordinates at the pole are 0, theta, and theta can be any angle because the distance is 0, so it's just at that pole.